The elf's house is warmed with the scent of fresh-baked cookies. She takes her time picking out the best cozy sweater. Her ornaments are in perfect proportion on her Christmas tree. The only thing that's missing for her Christmas party? Music. So before her guests come, she looks for the perfect Christmas playlist to let all the festive magic unfold. But soon realizes the first option that comes up needs a little more Christmas culture, if you know what I mean. For me, when the holidays roll around, there are certain Black Christmas songs that I have to listen to get into the spirit. But what's the history behind some of these classics? How do band songs and sleigh rides play into it? And why do they stay relevant throughout the generations? I'm Taylor Cassidy, and this is Black Girl Magic Minute.
We need black queens on the TV screen and behind the scenes. Melanated women know what that really means. You need to be seen. They run the world full throttle. Pretty black faces, more than a model. Get black magic, girl, put it in a bottle. Come on, girl, it's your cue. Mad potential in you.
Thank you, Valeria Rossini 543 for this comment. It was very lovely. Thank you so much. And thank you for 33,000 subscribers. We're moving on up, y'all. It's the Black Girl Magic Minute Christmas special. So get cozy, snuggle up, and let's get into the Black history of 3 Christmas classics.
Hey, do you want to see my Christmas list?
Sure.
Here it is. It's all the pretty standard stuff, but what I really want to learn about is Eartha Kitt.
Aren't you an elf though? Don't you make the stuff that Santa puts under the tree? Can't you just like get it yourself?
Yeah, like that's like really classist. Not all elves work in a factory for an old white man.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. You're so right. I'm sorry for assuming.
Yeah. I mean, you assumed right. I do work in a factory for an old white man, but at least we get Juneteenth off.
Oh.
Now! Woo! I love my job. Now let's see what's in here about Christmas.
Eartha Kitt was born in South Carolina and spent an early part of her childhood with relatives that treated her very poorly. She eventually went to go live with her aunt in Harlem, New York, where she spent the rest of her youth. But it wasn't always easy. She was bullied in school for her appearance, often had tension with her aunt, and eventually was kicked out of the house and was homeless for a time. But in her teen years, she auditioned for the 𝓂𝓮𝓮 dance troupe because a friend dared her to. And she got in!
Okay, girl, it says she went to Paris to perform, like oui, s'il vous plaît, croissant, Eiffel Tower.
Don't do that.
You right, my bad.
In Paris, a nightclub owner hired her to sing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you a new discovery, Miss Eartha Kitt.
Hello. Well, how'd she do? Did they like her?
Oh girl, they more than liked her. Her act was so successful, she started performing in different countries and started taking roles in other theater productions like Time Runs with Orson Welles, who once actually called her the world's most exciting woman. People loved her unique look and her smooth, sultry delivery and performance. And then, when she went back to the United States to continue that success,
She was a flop.
oh.
Girl, if I had known the United States wasn't gonna accept her, I would have gotten Keke Palmer's autobiography instead.
You open that book up again right now. And don't you ever take Keke Palmer's name in vain again.
I'm sorry.
During that time, not only was Eartha trying to balance what everybody else thought her image would be, she was also dealing with the loss of her aunt, who would become like a mother to her. It was though the devil himself was at the helm, and he had fiendishly allowed me a momentary glimpse of heaven before transporting me across the Styx to purgatory. Girl, now what?
Look, I like this story, but like, where's the Christmas? I have a Christmas party in 10 minutes. This is the Christmas episode. The people came for Christmas.
But I still have 18 pages worth of dissertation on why the American pop industry forces black women into a stereotype and shuns them whether they conform to it or not.
Save it for the next episode. I'm taking this over.
Okay, I will. Come back in 2025, y'all.
So basically, even though at first she wasn't popular in the US, she kept going. And she starred in theater productions like New Faces of 1952, which boosted her into US stardom. People were like, okay, Eartha Kitt, like, rawr. It got her a record deal. It got her like multiple successful albums. And eventually it got her a Christmas song that was written by Philip Springer and Joan Javits that would be played for like generations. Santa Baby was about a girl wanting all the material things in life for Christmas. Santa Baby. Whew, all done. I know, Santa Baby. Come and trim my Christmas tree. You don't think that's a little too risque, do you?
Philip, aren't you for empowering women?
Well, of course.
Actually, it is the 50s, and I don't know the historically accurate thing for me to say here. Maybe I'm for empowering women? Who cares? Let's get this check. Yeah! I don't think it'll be a hit anyway.
It was a hit, ho. Never underestimate a black woman. Oh, and it had international success. Everyone loved it. Well, except for the radio stations that thought it was like too sexy for virgin ears or whatever that means. Oh, and the king and queen of Greece for denouncing it for being too suggestive. But like, low-key, the king and queen of Greece, you had Eartha's name in your mouth? Like, they were so obsessed.
Santa Baby has been covered, parodied, copycatted over and over, but I think it's Eartha's story that really gives this song depth. The song, while fun and sexy, is at the end of the day about a woman asking for love, security, and comfort. All of these things Eartha longed for in her own life. But even through a hard start in the US, her music being banned, and eventually the US exiling her and blacklisting her in entertainment, Eartha did, in Lizzo's words, walked her fine ass out the door and had even more success in Europe. And on top of that, she returned to the US again and solidified herself as an icon in theater and film and music. James Lord Pierpont was born in 1822.
White man, why am I looking at a white man? This is Black Girl Magic Minute. Black, B-L-A-C-K.
Can you just listen? I think this is an interesting part of history.
Are there any like black women in the story even?
Yes. No.
Oh, you tripping for real. Okay, you can tell it, but I'm gonna put you on a time limit though. Make it quick.
Oh shit. James was the son of a minister in a family of abolitionists. But like, you know that one member of your family that listens to too many conspiracy theories and listens to too many men's podcasts of that specific genre?
Whew, yeah girl. I made sure not to invite him this year.
Okay, so that was James. And so basically whenever his father had to go up north when the Civil War broke out, he decided to stay in the South and fight for the Confederacy.
What?
Yeah, girl. So he decided to stay in the South and he even wrote songs like Strike for the South and Our Battle Flag.
So he wasn't for the Negroes?
No, he wasn't for the Negroes. And so one day he was thinking about winter and he was thinking about picking up women and being in a sleigh that would go so fast that you went and crashed. And he decided to write One Horse Open Sleigh, which was eventually Jingle Bells.
Sounds like a frat boy I'd be afraid of.
Exactly! And when the song was first performed, it was performed in blackface.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, I heard it. There was actually a trend of songs at the time talking about sleigh rides like the Merry Sleigh Ride and Buckley Sleighing Ride that were all minstrel songs. Jingle Bells wasn't even considered a Christmas song until later. Jingle Bells didn't become a Christmas standard until decades after it was performed on Washington Street. Some area choirs adopted it as part of their repertoire in the 1860s and 1870s, and it was featured in a variety of parlor song and college anthologies in the 1880s. Now Jingle Bells and songs about sleigh rides have this Christmassy feel to them. But little did we know they were originally about getting a little crazy with your guy friends and also doing that in blackface.
Damn, why are you bringing such bah humbug energy to the space? I need a pick-me-up or something. Too much black trauma. I need like some hot chocolate. Tenacity.
I said go get the hot chocolate. Don't play with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't play with me. I gave you $5 to go down to the store and get some hot chocolate. Where is my change? Where's my change?
I didn't take the change.
You took the change.
Man, if you stole it from me, I told you.
You took the change.
No, I didn't.
You took the change. You better go back to that store, get my hot chocolate, and I'm never sending you on errands again. You can forget your job, forget your money, and forget that ass. Because you don't even deserve it in the first place. I give you too many chances. Stealing the food in my fridge, stealing the money in my wallet. I'm done with your ass. I'm done.
You could be my hot chocolate. You could be my hot chocolate. Come on over, let me take a sip. Come on over, let me take a dip. I promise it won't be a silent night. Don't you know that you've been on my mind? Sweet like a candy cane, think of me. Let me put a gift under the tree.
It's been like 11 months since I last seen him. Leaving mud red when he slides in my DM. I don't think about him, baby. What's the use living in the past when that brother's old news? Did you want a gift before you go? Can I ease your doubts on what issue I chose? Just stand right there, I'll meet you at the door. Cause we're standing right underneath the mistletoe. You could be my hot chocolate. You could be my hot chocolate. Come on over, let me take a sip. Come on over, let me take a dip. I promise it won't be a silent night. Don't you know that you've been on my mind? Sweet like a candy cane, think of me. Let me put a gift under your tree. put a gift under your tree.
How do you introduce an icon like Stevie Wonder? Stevie was a musical prodigy. By the time he was a preteen, he'd been signed to Motown Records, where he put out record after record that just proved his musical skill, innovation, and limitlessness. In 1966, Stevie released a Christmas single that would eventually become the title of his Christmas album in 1967, Someday at Christmas. The song is a beautiful track about wishing for a time during Christmas where there's only peace and only love. Namely, one of the lyrics saying, "Someday at Christmas, there'll be no boys playing with bombs like kids play with toys." This was no coincidence. It was speaking directly to politics at the time in 1967. The fight for civil rights continued, interracial marriage was just made legal in Loving versus Virginia, and people all over opposed and protested the Vietnam War. Even with pushback from Motown, this was not the first time that Stevie would use music to speak to politics. In the coming years, his music would convey messages of frustration, calls for change, and encouragement for oppressed groups. After Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in 1968, states started to make his birthday a holiday. And eventually an act went through Congress to try and make it a national holiday, but for years it wouldn't be passed. As professor and author James Honey, an expert on the activist, told USA Today in 2016, this was the first holiday around a national figure who is not a president and who is African American. Many in Congress did not want to recognize an African American that was thought of as a troublemaker by some in his day. Stevie decided to include a song in his Hotter Than July album and worked with 𝔂𝓸𝓾'𝓻𝓮 on the release and the tour to try and get people to support Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday becoming a national holiday. And that song was Happy Birthday, aka the Black Birthday song. After Wonder's Hotter Than July tour in 1981, he and Scott King began heavy lobbying of politicians, and in 1982 delivered a petition to Congress with 6 million signatures. Eventually, the act was passed in 1983, and Martin Luther King Jr. had a national holiday dedicated to him. Christmas time promises feelings of peace, family, and wonder, but it also emphasizes the amount of violence that's on the other side. It can feel devastating thinking about the amount of disappointments that we've had to endure and how much is wrong with the world while still being expected to feel holiday joy. But for me, Stevie Wonder's Someday at Christmas uncomplicates those feelings. It validates the fear, anger, and frustration of looking injustice directly in the eye. The song is a reminder that so long as hope and love exists, so does the will for change.
You gonna make me cry off all my elf makeup.
Whoa, when'd you change so fast?
Well, I canceled the party. Jack Frost's cousin finally texted me back and asked me if I wanted him to deck my house, so I'm just a girl.
Right. Thank you so much for watching Black Girl Magic Minute. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and follow Black Girl Magic Minute on Instagram. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more episodes of Black Girl Magic Minute and more content surrounded by Black joy, comforting things, and just all around positive energy. And I just want to thank you guys for an incredible year. Black Girl Magic Minute has gone through so many different variations and formats and versions since I created it in 2020, and it's just been incredible seeing 18,000 more people subscribe to this channel. In the past 3 months, this channel has gained about $300 in revenue, so I'm donating that to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, and if you have it in your heart, you can donate to them too and save a life. Here's to more magic in 2025, so keep your head up, keep your dreams up. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and keep rising.
Round one.
And don't you ever take Keke Palmer's name in vain again. Okay, enough.
A white man? Why am I looking at a white man? Oh.
Happy birthday.
Let me get off this.